As you can see, it's very humid here. This is just from getting out of the shower and trying to put it back and then accidentally coming in contact with some air. Whoops, we came in contact with air. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, you're coming out now to join your mother? You mean little Finn? Come here. Come sit with Mom. Mean girl. Come on. There you go. I called her out for the show. Good morning, Jamie. Helena. Tracy. Melissa. Nicole. Kelly. I called her and I was like, come on, we're going live. She was like, nope, I'm in bed. I'm in bed, Mom. And I said, oh, all right, cool. Hello, Lisa, welcome. First time live. Bree's here. I have so much crap to do today. I have to go. Treasure Coast Dad. Hello, Meredith. It's Keith from Port St. Lucie. Well, hello. Hey, Holly. I have to, as soon as I'm done chatting with you delights. Good morning, Sarah. I got to empty the dishwasher, load the dishes, switch the laundry. I just got an update on my grandmother, Tracy. She was moved over to another hospital and put in their stroke unit. Hello, Lenore. So I just spoke to my cousin who was over there, and she said that Grandma was up this morning, not up like out of bed up, but like up awake, which is good because she hasn't really been awake the past 2 days. And she actually answered a couple of questions correctly, which is really good because she wasn't answering any questions correctly. So hopefully we're out of this stroke window that the neurologist talked about yesterday where like the bleed is done bleeding and now they can start to see improvements and see what deficits are going to be left. So that was really good news. So I'm really looking forward to, after I get all this crap done around the house, the faster I get all this crap done around the house, I'm going to get to go see her. So I really just want to go, you know, see what's going on because it's just awful to watch them. Thank you guys so much. Your prayers, your support, your messages have been unbelievably amazing. It's just really hard to watch. And I guess you just assume the older you get, the easier it will be when you have to say goodbye to a loved one. And that is absolutely not the case. I don't know why I had that in my head that way. I guess you just assume like, oh, I'm an adult now, I should be able to deal. And it's like, no, like watching this, my grandfather go through this with my grandmother was just heart-wrenching because I'm watching him with a woman he's been married to for over 60 years and the pain is just, I took him to breakfast yesterday morning and just so he could get out of the room with her while my brother sat with my grandmother and he's just he's just crying and I'm just hugging him and like thinking to myself, F word over and over again. And I'm just like, it's okay. And he's like, she doesn't know me anymore. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know me. And I'm like, no, she knows you. Like she's holding your hand and she's looking at you and I can tell that she knows you. And I just kept saying over and over to him, like, no, she's in there. She knows you. But it was it's been really hard to watch that. So now I'm just hoping that as she starts to hopefully get better, then we're going to have to make the hard decisions of, well, now you guys can't live by yourselves anymore because, you can't take care of Grandma anymore. And so that's going to be another hard phase of this. Yeah, it's not fun. It's you know, of course it's something that we've been thinking about for the past few years. Like, it's getting, you know, they're getting much older and they probably shouldn't be living alone, but, you know, both of them were, you know, capable enough. And now it's like, you know, my grandfather can't take care of my grandmother if she ends up, you know, doesn't get her right side strength back and she's in a wheelchair, or thank you guys. But it's, you know, it's just not, it's not what you want to see happen. But, you know, my grandmother's 70, going to be 78, and my grandfather is, I think, 10 years older than her, you know, or 8 years older than her, but like 88. I think he's 84. But you know, it's too much. So that'll be the next phase of things that they start to figure out, which is just a hard process, right? So I'm just trying to be there as often as I can so that if anybody needs something, that I can do that, whatever that is. A stroke in January. My father passed away 5 months earlier. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But this is good news today. This was very positive news when I got that text message this morning. It was very exciting to know that she's answering some questions correctly, which is like, wow, that's really great, because she hasn't been doing that since the day of the stroke. It sure does. It sure does. It sure does make you think about what actually matters, what you need to do, who you need to spend your time with, what that looks like, what that means, prioritizing, picking your battles, like I always say. Absolutely. So yeah, so that was very promising. So I'm excited to go back and hopefully see some improvements. Hopefully she'll be awake. I hate going in and I don't want to wake her up, you know. Good morning, Sherry. So hopefully she'll be awake when I go. I'm going to go right after lunch. That should give me enough time to get this stuff done around the house. I got a sink full of dishes and a dishwasher full of dishes and a bunch of laundry. Thank you guys. You really are. And the hard part is she's had, and I don't understand the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's, but she's had the forgetfulness and the not knowing like what things are for and putting things in places they don't belong for quite some time now. But this is you know, a whole new ball game. So hopefully you know, quality of life will be much improved from where it is now down the road. But of course, you know, the doctors are like, you need to be realistic and understand that this is months and months and months and months and months of a recovery. And it's like, okay, all right. So yeah, we can do that. Yeah. So it was, it's so funny because you just, no matter what age or phase of life or stage or whatever you want to call it that you're going through, sometimes it's funny how we react to things. Yeah, and I don't know the difference. Yeah, Tracy's saying my grandmother had both the dementia and Alzheimer's, and I don't really understand. I just know that, right, we are blessed. Oh, thank you, Kelly's daughter, Gianna. We're doing okay. And we just, like I said, the only thing that I can do is just show up and be there. And then if somebody needs something that I can provide, that's what I'll do. You know, and now that she's going to be eventually moved down to the rehab level of the hospital, I'll take the kids. But I'm not taking the kids until she's, you know, stable enough to see the kids, because they have asked. But it's like, no, we can't go to the hospital and see grandma like this yet. So, plus you just don't want them in a hospital because it's a hospital, and so I'm just trying to, you know, not take them in there into the level, the floor she's on. Yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what we're doing, along with the regular stuff. So what I've been doing is trying to go first thing in the morning, and then I go back right after lunch, just to check in, and then I go get the kids. And I think I'll just keep doing that until there's a game plan and somebody needs something, you know. Like the next step might be that if they're going to sell their house, then we need to pack boxes, then that's what we'll go do. We'll pack boxes. Like, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. That's what we'll do. Yeah, so that was really good news this morning. Really, really good news. Made my day. So I'll fill you in on Instagram when I get over to the hospital. Decline of dementia is caused by something. Oh. I did go to the gym yesterday morning. I went to the gym today, not at 5 a.m. Today I just went after I dropped the kids. And I just did cardio today, but I will be back at the gym at 5:15 tomorrow morning. It is nice to get it out of your way in the morning, and then you get home and you get so much stuff done. Like yesterday, I did the dishes at 6:45 in the morning because I was home from the gym and getting the kids up for school. Today I have a sink full of dishes because I didn't get up at 5. I got up at 6:45. So it really is amazing what you can get done when you get up that early. But I have to be honest, I was asleep by 10 last night and exhausted. 3 days a week are the 5:15 gym classes. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The issue really is I used to stay up till midnight, 1 a.m. Can't do that. Can't do that anymore. I am passed out by 10. So that has been a bit of a problem. Because I was like, I gotta go to bed. At 8:30 yesterday, I was like, it's kind of bedtime. So and everybody knows my complaint has been I like to watch TV at night. Well, we were able to watch one episode of Game of Thrones last night before I was just so tired I couldn't keep my eyes open. I'm on the season 7 season finale. That's the last episode I have. And I'm very sad because there's not a new episode. Hey, Lisa, there's not a new season of Game of Thrones. It's the last season until 2019. So I'm like, wait a minute. Sherry, I'm telling you, I didn't think I'd like it. Total Game of Thrones junkie. Total Game of Thrones junkie. So, and I never would have thought that I would enjoy it. Love it. Hey, Michelle, love it. I think what we're going to have to do, why isn't Game of Thrones on Netflix? It's on HBO. It's on HBO. And I hope HBO isn't listening because we steal our HBO from a family member. But I think I'm going to have to rewatch the whole thing. Because I'm at the end of season 7 now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's on Hulu. Who doesn't steal? It's not stealing. I was given permission. Family, can't steal families. Streaming service. But it's on HBO, and I have to tell you. So I do have to pick something else to watch because I'm on the last episode that I have. And Shameless isn't out yet. The new season of Shameless. Hey, Christina. Shameless is not out yet. I don't know who you are, but it looks like you need to be removed. Stop it. I do watch Shameless. I'm currently caught up. So I'm waiting for the next season. So I don't have that to watch yet. So I don't know what I'm gonna watch. And people have been saying like Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale. But I tried 2 episodes and I didn't get it. So Vikings, Walking Dead, never seen it. We've been watching Sharp Objects. Sherry, I saw the preview for that on HBO. I did not watch This Is Us. Orange is the New Black, I'm like 3 seasons behind in. I don't remember what season got really sad and super, super, super dark, but they kind of lost me there. Not seen The Sinner. I have to say, Christina, I do enjoy my Hulu. So whatever I pay a month for that, like $11.99, is worth it. This Is Us is really good, they're saying. Okay, well, yeah, The Sinner and This Is Us. I love my Hulu. Ghost Adventures, never heard of that either. I'll have to Google that one. Wentworth, never heard of that. Disenchanted. Oh, is it a cartoon? I loved The Simpsons. Grace and Frankie, never heard of it. I should be writing these down. Another one that says Grace and Frankie. I'll have to check these out because I'll have to pick something new. The problem is I need to pick something with like 13 seasons. Because I'll binge at night, and then it's like, what do you mean there are no more episodes? Grace and Frankie is hilarious. I'm writing that one down. Grace and Frankie. It's a comedy. This Is Us, we could try. But I think that only has 2 seasons. And The Sinner. Googling all these. But this is, it's a comedy. Okay. We were watching something on Amazon Prime TV that was an American guy, but he knocked up a woman from England, I think. And I can't remember. Oh, Lord. Grace and Frankie is about 2 women whose husbands... Did that say whose husbands fell in love with each other? But this Amazon Prime one was pretty funny. He gets her knocked up, and then he ends up having to go over to England. He moves over there to be with her. And I can't remember what that is called. I Love You're the Worst. The Americans. You're the worst. Okay, I've got a long list here. I've got a long list of things that I need to binge watch. So, yeah, but it does, getting up early totally puts a damper on my TV time. Early years of Grace and Frankie is okay for kids somewhat, but once they start selling, okay. Ballers! My husband, Sherry, my husband watches that. My husband watches Ballers. Yep. And I will pop in and watch just because The Rock. Yes, please. So that's fine. But absolutely. That's I wasn't super interested in the show or the fact that it's about agents for professional athletes. That didn't interest me, but The Rock is an interesting character. So did anybody in here, well, I know some people in here, saw the podcast last week on Friday? Ballers is what? I think that's is that HBO? Ballers? No, I can't remember because it's not my show. I think it's HBO. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Did anybody in here see the podcast? Rach says yes. Oh, Katie, we were there. So I just gotta say, holy cow. I saw the podcast. The ending was a little annoying. What part of the podcast annoyed you? The ending. I'm trying to remember the ending. Yes, I loved the podcast. The ringing. Oh, because you could hear people calling in that we couldn't answer the phone to. The ringing. Oh, yes. That was annoying. Totally forgot about that. I think we fixed it. Yes. Yes, Katie. You guys are correct. My apologies. We realized that we had to mute the switchboard, my Fraser switchboard. We had to mute the ring because once we answered a call, we cannot answer another call. Oh, you got a call. Stop it. Yes, gotcha. Totally understand. And I love that you guys are honest with me as I am with you. Loved doing the podcast. I cannot wait until our first real episode that we'll do on September 7th. That obviously will not come up for download until I guess a few days after that. I don't know how long it takes. Once we have one up though, we'll let you know for sure. Bailey was in there answering phones. Bailey is our intern. But Bailey was answering phones and the BM was there and he was also figuring some stuff out. But it was so neat to have you guys call in and chat and hear voices and make connections, and it was so stinking fun. So I absolutely cannot wait. So we will be starting though. Well, thank you, Katie. It wasn't annoying enough to turn off, but totes annoying. Gotcha. It was annoying because I remember now. But I have to say, I just had so much damn fun chatting with you guys and hearing voices. And the fact that everybody in the feed could hear your voices, it was just like mind blown. It was so fun. So, because I don't know what it is about when you read somebody's comments. No, she called me Blair. She called me Blair, not Bailey. Oh, good, Rach, you're going to love it. She called me Blair, not Bailey. We do know a Bailey. Yeah, I know. Christina, it's too much. It's too fun. So, yeah, but I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah, Blair. My favorite drink. Okay, where do these creepers come from? Put user in timeout. For shame. Oh yeah, we go live. We love to be live over here. Damn people. Damn people. Correct. Damn people. Yeah, so anyhoozle. I can't wait. And we will have sometimes we'll have guests, other times it will just be us chatting. And spoiler alert, podcast is going to be an hour long. I made the BM extend it. I said we couldn't take possibly enough calls in 30 minutes. We got to do an hour. And he was like, ugh. And I was like, it'll be good. So exciting. I was like, I didn't take enough calls. I couldn't take enough calls. He then just texted me and said, do not give any more spoilers. Why are you watching? Do some work. Gotta love it. I only told 64 of my closest friends. Business manager. So any hoozle McToozle. Oh my God. Holy crap. A massive bird just flew into my screen. Daphne's like, I'm on it. That bird just flew into my screen. I think it made a hole. I think that dumb big bird just made a hole in my screen. It literally, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that big bird. It flew straight into the screen. I bet it ripped. I'm gonna have to go look. Jerk. And Daphne, where were you, Daph? Where were you? Not saving the universe, huh? What happened? What happened? Why did you not save the universe? I saw it first. You didn't even go over there and make a bark. That's shameful. Daphne, did you even see that bird? We'd be best friends, yeah. She was asleep. She was straight up sleeping. And that bird came in, boom. Yeah. You were not on watch, young lady. Oh, I forgive you. Oh, say hi. Hi, she's so sweet. Look at her. Look at her. Are we best friends? She's like, I don't know. I don't know about you, lady. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful out, guys, but I'm telling you, it's literally like the surface of the sun. It's so hot. It is so damn hot. But it is pretty. Although we had a storm yesterday. Woo! It was a roughie. And it was so funny because so it's raining. It's coming down, right? And our streets do have a tendency to flood. We get some flooding. And so Trey and Eric come over for dinner last night, and Trey walks in and he's like, oh, it's really bad out there. It's really bad. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, it's really bad. I don't even know if we'll be able to drive home. It's really bad. The streets are really bad. And I was like, okay, well, it'll be fine. Like, don't worry about it. Well, if we have to drive you home in one of the other cars because it's higher, like we have cars that are higher up than his, I was like, we can take you home. You can leave your car here. It's not a big deal. No, I don't know how long we can stay. We might have to go. We're gonna have to. It's really bad out there. I'm like, okay, well, it's stopped raining. Like it'll go. Like it levels off, you know. So right after dinner, he's pacing around here and he's like, we gotta go. I'm really nervous about driving home. We gotta go. So he tells Eric and grabs Mason and they like rush out of the house. And I'm like, okay, well, thanks for coming. So this morning I texted him. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Is everyone okay? And he's like, question mark, what's going on? And I was like, well, I was about to call emergency services because you didn't call when you got home. I assumed you were underwater in the neighborhood. I was like, you know, what's going on? And he's like, that's not funny. And I'm like, no, you were ridiculous yesterday. Like, it was really not that big a deal. Like, all right. I'm like, it was not that big a deal. And he's like, it's not funny. And I was like, no, it's funny. It's very funny because it was just a little bit of mild street flooding, mild. Okay, just because in Florida, it floods just because it's Florida and we're low-lying and drainage isn't great in this neighborhood. But he was being ridiculous. I was like, so you came over to eat and then rush out because you were worried about what? And we literally live like 2 miles from each other. It does rain. It rains every day. We hear you. We hear you. Thank you. He was being ridiculous. But anyway, so then I was sending him GIFs of you know, somebody rowing in a canoe, and I was being hilarious as usual. And he was like, you're not even funny. And I'm like, no, you're not even funny. See, I'm like 12. That's my problem. So it rains every day around 4 o'clock. So I'm always crossing my fingers and hoping when I get to the pickup lane at school that I'll get to that it won't rain. That's always the goal, is that you don't want it to rain during parent pickup. That's the goal. Are you eating again?
So hungry.
Wow. I've watched you eat like 4 times already today.
I had a snack, a breakfast, and a snack.
You're like the kids. You having a snack? You having a snack? Another snack?
Tart yesterday.
Oh.
And today.
All right. All right, guys. I have to go do dishes and laundry. But I will see you for Wines Day. And y'all always know where to find me. But I will, hello from Germany. But I will do an update when I go to the hospital later. Let you know how Grandma's doing. We are not bust. I have to do parent drop off, and then I have a walker, and then I have to do parent pickup. I think there's one, we have a clatch. What time does it start?
12 and 12:30.
So 12 to 1.
Yeah.
So we have clatch 12 to 1. Yes. Ta-ta for now. And I'm going to do a lot of dishes and some laundry in the next 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Dishes and laundry, the mother's mantra.